Welcome everyone to our prayer journey with my Tote Daily Devotion. What temptation men face. There are so many things we get tempted to do. Sometimes we can give up the things of God to gain for ourselves. Temptation. Jesus faced the temptations in the wilderness. Why? To set an example for us and to show that it can be overcome and not given into. When you think about the temptation in the wilderness that Jesus faced, first it was hunger, and then it was power. Worship me, said Satan to Jesus, and I will give you all of the kingdoms of the earth. How many people have fell for this particular trap? Back in the 80s, and I'm sure even today you have some, but a lot of the rock and roll stars said that they basically made a deal with the devil. I don't know if they sold their soul, but they made a deal with the devil. I know Bob Dylan was one, Jim Morrison, another. There was even another rock band that came out and, Who Am I song about Satan. Did they also submit their desire to Satan to rule, to be in power? What would you do if you're faced with such a thing like that, where you can have all of the fame in the world? This is what Jesus did in Luke 4:8. Get behind me, Satan, for it is written, thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and only shall thy serve. Only the Lord thy God will you serve. We each get tempted in a position. There's been times in my life that I worshiped other things, not meaning to, not committing like some of these rock stars did. But I got off on this trail because I can earn a few extra dollars. Or I could be recognized by people. That's the big problem. We got narratives today. If you're going to tell somebody about something that you believe, you make sure it stays within the framework of the people that you're speaking to. But it cannot be so with God, because in a sense, you're serving men, you're serving a narrative, you're not serving God. Satan uses this trickery. What does Jesus mean when he says, get behind me, Satan? Well, I was looking at and thinking about Philippians chapter 3. And one verse I'll give you is 13b. This one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forth unto those things which are before. Get behind me the things of this world as I press on toward God. Putting the bad things behind me. Satan, get behind me. What else does he say in Philippians 3:7? But what things were gained to me, those I count loss for Christ. What do we see here? We see a focus on God, in whom only we serve. We push, as it says in Philippians 3:14, we push onto the mark of the high calling of God in Christ Jesus. If you're not thinking on these things, if you're not pushing forward in this manner, you are slipping to the side. Because I've had this happen to me over and over and over again in my life. It's all about me, self. One time my daughter was in the back of the car when she was a little baby, 5 or 6 years old, and driving with my mother and father, and they had a fight. And when my daughter got out of the car, she walked over to me and she goes, poor Jimmy, it's all about Jimmy. It was all about, my mother was saying, it was all about him. Everything's about him. And that's what we all do. We all seek power. We all seek money. What's the application here? Be aware. We all seek money, self-will, happiness, instead of glorifying God. And here's the question I got for you, because this is what I discovered. In seeking those things, are you happy? No. If you're a Christian and you're seeking the things of God, you're serving God, you are blessed. I can think of some people in my church that are more blessed than me because they serve with all of their heart and all of their mind and all of their strength. They love God that much. I wish I can do that. But I hope this is a blessing to you. And if you are looking for happiness and don't know Jesus Christ, I got good news for you. Check out the description of this video, and you will find out how you can find Jesus Christ for sure. So until next time, may Jesus increase as we decrease.